Moral debt. How money shaped what we believe about goodness, power, and worth. Back cover description. What if the real problem isn't money, but what we've come to believe it's worth? In Moral Debt, a carpenter-turned-thinker takes a bold, clear-eyed look at the moral history of money, from ancient religious laws to modern banking, from medieval debt to billionaire worship. With honesty, humility, and deep curiosity, this book asks the question economists often forget. Is this system even right? Drawing from the Bible, Torah, Quran, and real-world stories, Moral Debt traces how we lost the soul of money, and how we might get it back. It uncovers how debt became shame, how wealth became righteousness, and how we've built a world where dignity costs too much. Perfect for readers of all faiths, or none, this book is part history, part manifesto, and part blueprint for a more humane economy, one built not on domination, but on contribution, belonging, and trust. If you've ever worked hard and still felt behind, this book is for you. If you've ever wondered why the rich sleep easy while others drown in debt, this book is for you. If you've ever thought, maybe we could build this better, this book is for all of us. Chapter 1, The Carpenter's Question. Is this money good? I never thought I'd write a book about money. I'm not a banker. I'm not a professor. I'm not someone who owns 10 properties or trades stocks or posts motivational quotes about grind culture. I'm a carpenter. I work with my hands. I build things. I fix things. I go home tired and sometimes broke, but I sleep all right because I know I did something real that day. But over the years a question kept following me around, in job sites, grocery lines, churches, and even late-night conversations with strangers. It was simple but stubborn. Is this system right? Is money moral? Or did we build our whole world on something that doesn't care if we live or die? It hit me hardest one day after work, when a younger guy I was training looked at his paycheck and asked, "How are we supposed to live off this?" I didn't have an answer. Not a good one, anyway. So instead, I asked a different question. Do you think money is good? He laughed. Not a cruel laugh, more like a tired one. He said, I think money doesn't care. And that stuck with me. Work without dignity. When I was a kid, I was told that if you worked hard, paid your dues, showed up on time, you'd be okay. You'd get a house, maybe raise a family, maybe retire someday with a little pride. But that equation doesn't add up anymore. It's not just wages that feel off, it's the feeling behind them. You can work 10-hour days and still feel broke. You can do everything right and still feel behind. Meanwhile, you look around and see others, maybe people who manipulate systems, or make money from money, living better, sleeping easier, and somehow being praised for their hustle. It makes a man wonder, what's the game here? And who made the rules? When did money become a god? Somewhere along the way, we stopped asking if our money was good. Not is it real, not is it legal, but is it good in the moral sense? Is it just? Is it fair? Does it uplift? Does it serve us, or do we serve it? Religions used to talk about this stuff all the time. Christian monks wrote about the sin of usury. Jewish law had debt forgiveness built into the calendar. Islam outright forbids interest. Even ancient tribal cultures had rules about sharing abundance and limiting hoarding. But today, try talking about interest rates as a moral issue and people look at you like you're from another planet. Try saying billionaires are a symptom of moral decay, not success, and you'll be told you just don't get economics. Maybe I don't. But maybe the economists don't get people. Why a carpenter is writing this. When you build something, a house, a table, a set of stairs, you don't just care about speed. You care about structure. About safety. About the human lives that will move through that thing every day. What if we looked at money that way? What if we saw money not as a fuel or a scoreboard, but as a structure that shapes lives? A thing we all move through, sleep under, trip over, and sometimes get crushed by. Then maybe the right question isn't, how do we get more of it, but how do we build it better? That's what this book is about. Not as economists. Not as politicians. But as people. Workers. Citizens. Neighbors. Believers in something more human than compound interest. So no, I'm not here to explain inflation charts or crypto tokens. I'm just here to ask the question I think most of us carry quietly. Is this how it's supposed to work? And if not, what would it take to build something worthy of us all? Chapter 2. What is money, really? The story we all live inside, but never question. Most people don't think about money